Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
A lot of gyms have older equipment like this, so there's only so much pressing you can talk about, but I trained a few people recently who are kind of newer clients to me who had this idea, like, you see it more when you get newer people or like less experienced people, where they get this like idea in their head that like, to get back to this is my goal. Because everything, as soon as I break my hand and let my weight come down, everything is a panic to just get it back to here. You know what I mean? So it's like, if we have to understand, like when you get the person to set up an arch and do all the stuff they're supposed to do, my full extension, this is a good machine to show it on, because this machine you have to stay back. Because if I don't stay back in the seat here and then press back out here, it's very easy for me to go with this machine. So it's natural to want to do this on this machine because I have leverage now on this handle. So if I stay up tall and I let this fold into me and I fold elbow and catch on hand and tuck into lat, I'm rocking back and pushing out. But I can't push out too fast because this will happen. This will get to its tipping point again and it's light out here. There's not a lot of tension out here other than this thing wants to tip back immediately as soon as it comes out there, right? So the idea is I want to stay up tall here, so this is a good machine for posture. I want to stay rib cage high and I want to stay elbows tucked down, shoulders locked down. Okay, everything else is fancy terms. Just keep your fucking shoulders down, lock your elbows down, flare your lats. Okay, so my head's here and I'm gonna let, when I break, it's elbow breaking, hands catching. I should be able to relax here and transfer weight into my back like we talk about. So when I do that, full extension is here. But as you can see, it's not full shoulder extension, it's full arm extension. So stop thinking on presses that it's this arm extension. It's not. It's literally, I'm thinking of my forearm extending, my palm grabbing. So I want to think extension of forearm and hand. I don't want to think about just getting my whole entire arm off my body. I want to keep my elbows where they are, tucked down low, and I want to fall back and press hands and forearm out. So I'll be pinned here while I press out. So if you start thinking in that mentality, it could be any press on anything. It's like the goal isn't to lock out shoulder, obviously past chest like we talk about, it's to drive forearm. So when I'm here, I'm hand, weight going back, and I'm extending to where that press back happens, where my shoulder will be tucked, my forearm is extending. So when I come down, this forearm breaks, catches into me, firing out again. That will help you think more that you're concentrating weight on your palm as opposed to holding a weight out here and holding weight across my shoulders. So I don't want to hold weight across this top range of my body. I want to hold weight on my hand, so if anything, I'll start broken a bit on my elbow, so I feel this weight on my hand. So I'm going to let that weight collapse into me. My chest is going to lift up. I'm going to rock out. So I'm going to rock out. So if I think about it the other way, most people will do this. They'll get as wide as they can, and then they'll go. And as you can see, there's no tension. There's no time under tension. That's what a lot of people's problems is on pressing, is that they don't understand the tension of the bar. So in essence, I have to also create my own tension, like on air, that I need to create and keep in my mind that I'm trying to flex my chest. I can do it here with nothing in my hand. I can flex my chest. So all I'm doing is mimicking that tension I'm doing with nothing in my hand. Now there's an extra stimulus I'm actually holding a bar. But I'm keeping that same pathway I just did with nothing in my hand, now pressing here. Pressing. So if I have nothing in my hand, it's the same thing. I'm going. Chest move the same. It's not different, right? I think a lot of people on a lot of lifts, they misunderstand holding your own tension. Like holding your own body tension and understanding the movement pathway that you want to take. And then just understanding, now I'm just going to put a weight in my hand. I'm going to do it with the weight in my hand. And understanding that like more weight isn't going to necessarily elicit more of a response. It's more of this sense that like I just need to keep connecting. And eventually it's like, yeah, like 75 pounds is a little light. Like let's jump it up to like 110 and keep that same form, keep that same structure. But the thing is, if we jump up to 195 and we're trying to maintain that structure here where we're nice and tucked in and down, and I'm just rocking through my hands, pushing out, it's gonna get to the point where that weight is uncontrollable for me. So I can't keep my frame that I have, and this is gonna happen. Oh fuck, and push this. So I don't let my full drop happen. I come to about halfway and I freak the fuck out and I want to, oh my, get that thing off me. But if you kept it at 110, 105, you'd be able to maintain control. And that's a true indicator of strength, is that once you understand that these weights become manageable and you're able to control them, then it's time to go up. But it's not just time to go up for the sake of going up. Like if you're coming in here every day and trying to PR shit, that is like, I don't want to fucking besmirch people who do that because I don't want to talk shit about people I don't know. But like you're heading down, you're taking your athlete or you're fucking taking yourself down the wrong path. It's a road to nowhere. The road, like we said, runs off a fucking cliff and you crash and burn at the bottom. There's nothing there, man. Like it's not sustainable, and it's like at some point you're only going to get so strong. We don't go through our lives getting stronger every time we come in the gym. Nor is it our goal as a bodybuilder. It's never been your goal to be as strong as you can possibly be. But somehow bodybuilders have equated strength to like being big. And there's no doubt about it that lifting more weight will cause more stress and elicit more tear down of muscle. But like we want to do that within reason, and we're in no rush to do it. It's not a rush. It's not a race. There's no fucking powerlifting meet coming up where I got to beat my totals. Like powerlifters need to do that. That's their sport. They don't give a fuck about how big their chest is or how developed their fucking arm is or like how their outside head of their tricep is like developed, and like they don't care about that shit. It's just move the fucking weight. So if you're a bodybuilder taking on that same mentality, you're fucking lost. You have no idea what you're talking about. Like you're literally fucking just floating in space, just aimlessly bumping into shit. But like I said, like getting people to understand that that the progression that you're making is the ability to move more weight with the same amount of control and precision that you did with the lighter weight. So, and you'll know when that is. It's not like, you don't have to be told. If a program tells you, you need to be lifting more this third week, maybe I'm not ready. Like to just arbitrarily tell someone they need to go up in weight without knowing how they're lifting the weight or how it's feeling or how they're like adjusting or how their form is, their posture. That's why these programs that people give you are shit. It's just to give you structure, man. That's all it is. It's not to benefit you in any way. It's just to give you structure so that your mind that can't handle ambiguous situations that are just like left up to interpretation, so you have something to focus on because you're simple. And there's nothing wrong with being simple, but like understand that like you can be even simpler and just listen to your body. You don't need to have like some guy you've never met before or girl you've never met before tell you what sets to do, what reps to do, what exercises to do, whatever, because they don't fucking know you. They've never been around you. They don't see how you're doing the chest press. They don't see how you're doing your flies. They don't see how your squats are. They don't see that your knees fucking knock in and your fucking right foot collapses when you do a squat. All they see is like, oh, you saw as you wrote down, I did fucking 300 pounds. Time to go up. It's like, but that could have been the ugliest 300 pound squat anyone ever did. But as long as you got it, just do more, right? Like, holy fuck, man. It's such common sense, and it seems like I fucking feel like an idiot fucking saying that, but it's like, people don't get it. Like, they're literally fucking stupid. Like, that is the most common sense approach to lifting you could ever have. But everyone has to be given these like attainable goals or these stepping stones that are leading to something. But guess what, man? The road leads to nowhere, and it just keeps fucking going. It does not stop. It's just fucking, it's like going to Saskatchewan or fucking Alberta. The road's just flat, and it keeps fucking going past the horizon. It's just flat.
It's not fun.
That's all that's happening. And however you want to go down that road, it doesn't matter because you still got to go down it. So let's take the road that doesn't get us into like swerving into the ditch, smashing head onto another car. Like these are all injuries that can happen, right? Let's just take the road that gets us there and keeps us on a path where like our car doesn't break down. We don't run out of oil. We don't run out of gas. We don't blow a tire. This is the analogy you need to think. Like I just want to drive smooth, straight, and progress and get to where it is that I'm going, even though it's an endless road that doesn't stop until you stop lifting, literally. Or it stops when there's an injury, and then you got to get back on that road and figure out how to like mitigate and get through that road with now being injured and having a problem. And that road becomes even more treacherous, right? So it's like, if you guys want to fucking take the cleanest, most smoothest path somewhere, focus on form, focus on technique, focus on tension, and feeling everything. That's it. The more you feel something, the more it's working. In terms of like, if I'm trying to hit my chest and I'm doing chest exercises and I'm really, really feeling my whole chest, I'm growing, I'm doing well. It's like, and if you're thinking the opposite way, like I'm just doing as much weight as I can, I haven't really felt my chest in a while. Whenever if I had $1 for every time someone told me like, every time I do chest, man, my shoulders are fucked for like a week. My shoulders are fucking done. Or every time I squat, man, my knees, I can't walk for 2 days after. That's not normal.
No.
I don't know who made you think that it is normal. And the fact that you continue to keep doing it and keep putting yourself through this pain, like you have to give yourself a slap in the face and be like, what am I like? I'm not a stupid person. Why am I doing stupid things? Right? Yep. You have to ask yourself that. Like most of you that are very intelligent people are not insulting your intelligence. It's just like, for the simple fact of having guidance and not having to think, you're willing to do stupid shit. But it's like, if you just took a minute to think for yourself and really analyze yourself as a person, how you lift, you'd probably be ahead of the game in terms of development, in terms of like gym IQ and you're like develop everything. But gym IQ is fucking lacking nowadays. Just let someone tell me what to do and I'll just blindly follow it. Like, even though this person lives in another country than me, they're like in Romania and I'm here in Canada, I send them pictures of me and they're like, yeah, you look good, man. It's like, yeah, I look good from all the shit I did before I met you that led me to meeting you. So now you think that you're gonna do better than I did to get me here. So there's 10 years behind you, and then you meet this one guy who now you diets you or coaches you. And this guy knows everything about you, yet you have 10 years of experience on your own to recall and collect, and you just abandon it. Just like, fuck that. Listening to you, man. If it goes wrong, I'm gonna bash you on the internet. Like, bash yourself, motherfucker. You're the idiot who hired the guy.